This is the Valco Baby Tri-Mode jogging stroller in the folded position. We have the wheels left on, but if you want to take them off, they're the push button style. To unfold it, there's a safety latch on the side here. Just undo from the tab. Press down. Fold the body into place. Lift up the wheels. Snap the bottom into place. And there's two clamps, one on each side, that holds the frame together. And you're ready to go. One of my favorite features is actually right up here up front, and it's the adjustment for the front tire. You can set it on swivel, which allows the full movement, so if you're shopping or going around town and you need to make tight turns, then you can put it into the middle position, which is kind of a hybrid of the other two positions, where it's kind of a half locked, where you still have a few degrees of motion, but it really won't go crazy on you. And then if you're really jogging fast, you put it into full lock, which locks it in the forward position, so when you're running, you don't get all loose or out of control. Another great part is just it has another push button release here on the front. You just press in and the wheel will come right off for fitting in your trunk or in a closet or just anywhere you need a little less space taken up. Okay, underneath is a giant storage basket with the upper frame of the basket is actually built into the stroller, so it folds right here in the center of the basket, but while it's up in place has a really sturdy frame. Holds up to 15 pounds and it has a hard inserts in the bottom to kind of make sure nothing falls out or pushes down further if you have something heavy in there. It has these pockets on both sides, which are great for little odds and ends that you want to make sure you know right where they are. One on each side. And another great feature under here is actually in this little pouch, and inside of here, right in some space where you would never ever think of using, is a pump that you can carry with you, and so you always know that you'll be able to inflate the tires should the need arise. On the back of the stroller is the brake bar. When you get to where you're going, you need to stop the stroller, just stomp that down, and there's a multi-position notches on each wheel, so you never have to worry about getting it just right. You just push it down and kind of, if it's not in one of the grooves, just give it a slight wiggle and it'll fall right in there. It just pops up just as easily. You're ready to go again. Above here, above the basket, is another little stow area, just a little mesh, so if you have something that maybe is wet or you just need to throw it in there really quick. Above that on the canopy is another pocket. This has elastic on the sides, so if you want to stick a water bottle or something in there. And then one main compartment. And this is where you'd want to put like your keys or your cell phone or anything like that, because this actually zips off and has a handle here, so you can take it in places with you. So you just do the zipper around real quick, detach right there, and you can bring this in with you. Up on top here we have a full handle, which means it's great for one-handed use, which is my wife's favorite. It has multiple positions for all kinds of different heights of people. If you have a little toddler who wants to help, or a husband who's a lot taller than the wife, anything like that. In front here we have a large canopy with a little window for looking through. But best of all, it actually expands with just a quick unzip to go even further for fuller coverage. If that still isn't enough, it also comes with a rain cover, which attaches on here as well and covers the whole stroller from head to toe. And on to the most important part of the stroller here is the seat. When you first get the stroller, if your child is an infant, it comes with an infant insert, which is a U-shaped headrest that cradles your baby and keeps them comfortable. We've taken that off just by undoing the straps in the back. It slips out, and just set that aside. Then it has a nice 5-point safety harness here. One of the great features I really like is that some people think is kind of funny, but I actually appreciate that it's a little harder to unbuckle, because you have to press down and then press it to undo it, which means your kid will not do it when you're running around. So you always know that they're secure. You just cannot press it until you press this down. And the buckle pieces overlap each other, so you have to get it right to get it in there. In front of that is a our daughter's favorite, which is a little bar for them to hold on to. So if you really get moving, they have something to hold on to, and I think it's fun for them to have a little bar here. Which brings us to one of our absolute favorite parts of this stroller, is these points right here, where this is attached to, are really accessory slots. You just take this out. When you have a second kid, you can actually use this little jump seat. Simply attach these pieces into here for a little foot bar. And then add this into the accessory slots here. Line it up. Okay. Run the strap underneath and buckle it together. And you have a second seat with virtually no added weight. You don't have to worry about kicking it. And if you ask our daughter, this is the coolest place to sit ever. Even though we don't have a second baby yet, she thinks that she has to sit up here to have this nice commanding view, and just, I don't know, she feels like a queen up here. So for us, I mean, this is just the coolest little feature that you could ever have on a jogging stroller. Another feature of the seat, and one that baby will agree is very important, is of course the recline. The way you recline this one is there's just a canvas strap hanging in the back and sort of a pinch tab that grabs onto that, which means you just, one-handed, you can just pinch and kind of let it fall down with gravity or give it a little tug, and you can stop anywhere along that strap. So, and once you go down, the fabric here expands with it, so the child is always enclosed in there. So if it's windy or rainy or anything like that, it keeps the elements out. To pull it back up, it's a two-handed thing. You just grab the strap and then push the seat, and voila, you're back sitting up. One more thing on the back of the stroller here that I really like is the safety strap. It has elastic in here, which means it won't tug on you like hard enough to rip your hand off or anything should you lose track of the stroller. But also it's attached up high on the handle, which means it's not in your way. You're not going to kick it as you're running. And it's just, you won't really get tangled up in it with everything. So I really like that it was up high and out of the way like that. As we said, this thing it's really maneuverable and it's very compact. It's the ability to add that jump seat and not having to worry about kicking anything extra underneath. It makes a really nice maneuverable stroller that you can really just take anywhere, and has added versatility, being able